Hi, I'm J. Lenora Bressler, and welcome to the July 10, 2022 edition of the Bible, Delight in the Details. Our verse for today is from the book of Acts, the history of the early church, chapter 4, verses 19 and 20. The context is that Peter and John have been called in front of the Sanhedrin, the Jewish ruling body, and have basically been told that they need to shut up, to stop telling about Jesus Christ. And this is part of Peter's response. But Peter and John replied, "What is right in God's eyes? To listen to you or to him? You be the judge. As for us, we cannot help speaking about what we have seen and heard." I want to read that last again. As for us, we cannot help speaking about what we have seen and heard. I'm at a speakers conference, as you know, right now, and a lot is being said about how speakers have a message that they need to get out and how they need to overcome any fear that they have because the message that they have is important. Well, let's be honest. There's some messages that are far more important than others. But even if you think there is an important message, most messages are at best temporal. They're going to have a time expiration date after which they're no longer quite as relevant as maybe they were at another time. But what Christians have to say will be eternally relevant because it never changes, and it deals with those metaphysical issues that are literally everlasting and eternal. And I have to ask myself, and I ask you too, is it just beyond our ability to keep silent about what we know is true about the Lord Jesus Christ? Or do we let fear or concern or nerves get in the way? I often say in my leadership and communication trainings that no one ever got stage fright when yelling fire or when yelling duck, when there is instant emergency and instant danger. Why? Because the importance of the message trumps any concern that you might have about how you're going to be perceived, or, what should be the right inflection of my voice, or exactly what word should I be using here. No, the message is so important that all of that just fades into nothingness. There is a saying at the National Speakers Association, it's a motto that you see on some of their swag and all, that your greatest fear is what I do for a living, meaning that the fear of professional speaking, public speaking, is such a very common thing that people are afraid of. And yet, it is. And it is for Christians as well. We're afraid to speak. But that's because maybe we aren't fully convinced of the importance and the necessity of our message. Let us be people that can say, like Peter and John, we cannot help speaking about what we have seen and heard. For the importance of the message is the important thing. I'm J. Lenora Bressler. Visit me on the next edition of the Bible, Delight in the Details. Have a great day.